Why are you over here, bro? Let me just quickly do one of these. And then one of these. Okie doke. Alright, so today we're gonna be working on some stuff. I don't know what stuff, but stuff. Hello. Hi. How are you today? Yes, today's modding day. That's good, that's good. It is very good. I am about to really just get started. What am I doing? I'm gonna get into this probably. Okay. What is a modding plan? That's an excellent question. So what we've got going on here is last time I basically did this. I updated the Like Knights dependency and I made all of this nonsense configurable. While also fixing it because it was broken. And hello? There we go. So I fixed all of this. This all now works correctly. By having different. Well, it reads from the config now, so it's configurable now, and it was broken before. Like I made it configurable and all that nonsense, but it still didn't work. And I thought that was because there was something I was doing that was wrong. Well, I mean, there was something I was doing that was wrong, but they both weren't working. By both, I mean I have two. I have this fire one, and I have this fluid one, and they both weren't working. And I thought, oh, okay, that's because this one. That's probably because the base one is broken. But no, the base one was fine. What was broken was something specific here was broken, and something specific here was broken. What was broken here was it could not get. Hello. Bro. You're gonna have a stroke on my behalf? That's crazy. The issue was that I was trying to load the block information too early, and so there was a problem with that. And then it wouldn't be able to do anything because the block didn't exist. And so I fixed that by having it load a little later, and then the cold fire, frost fire, and ice fire also didn't work because the newest version of Like Knights defines a different damage source for cold fire called cold fire, so I used Lycanites to grab that damage source, but that damage source isn't actually registered properly through Lycanite. It just exists in the cold fire, so I have to just reference it through its name. However, on versions of Lycanites where this isn't a thing, it uses magic. Now I could check to see this is still a magic damage source, like it still counts as magic damage, but I want to be more specific because otherwise any source that's magic when you're in this fire would like count, and I don't necessarily want that. So I'm being specific for this damage source string. However, if that doesn't exist, then if it's magic. Right, because it'll count as magic. And this is basically the best I can do because the damage source won't exist. I could try to retrieve the damage source from the fire block class, but the issue is if it doesn't exist when I try to get it, it would cause a crash. So in older versions of Lycanites, it won't exist and it will cause a crash, which I don't want. So this is kind of the best I can do without having to do a whole bunch of nonsense. Now I could try to anticipate the crash, right? But I don't know how I would do that in a way that wouldn't cause a bunch of problems or whatever, so. Because damage sources don't need to be registered, so I can't check to see if the damage source exists. But I would like to be able to, like, know, it would be good to know ahead of time if this cold fire thing exists. Because if I know it exists, then I can use the cold fire string. And then if you take magic source damage in the fire, it doesn't count. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what the heck I've been saying so far. But what I do know is if I go to here, I'm now looking at the GitLab for Lycanites mobs, and I go to, I think it's under effect. Block fire. Oh no, those are the specific fires. Oh, there's no smite fire. That's so weird. There was smite fire that one time. Block fire base, there it is. Block fire base, there's this damage source. Under block fire base. Right? It's block fire base dot cold fire, right? It's this thing right here. Now, this might not exist. So, I want to check if it exists ahead of time. Under a load mod specific data. I don't even need a load mod specific data. I just need it here. When we load the cold fire distribution, I need a static initializer block. Where I do block fire base dot class dot. I need to get a static field. Get declared field. There, it can throw a no such field exception. Returns a field object that reflects the specified declared field of the class or interface represented by this class object. The name parameter is a string that specifies the simple name of the desired field. And then I can do like knight's const.coldfire. Shit. Dot to uppercase. Here, tell the character of the string to uppercase using the rules of the default locale. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this thing, right? And then if I can't, I'm going to have a private static final boolean found coldfire. There you go. And then this would set found coldfire to true if it returns. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. And then we're gonna catch no field exception. What does this throw? No such field exception. And also security exception. No such field exception. Security exception. Now I can do another warning here, which is what I'm gonna do. Dot warn. Icefire and Frostfire distributions. Then we set found coldfire to false. You're joking, bro. Yeah, I guess so. Let's set B to true. Here we'll set B to false. And here we'll set found coldfire to whatever B was. That way it's like that. predicate for damage source is cold fire. And that's going to be source goes to source dot damage type dot equals it's this thing, bro. It's this. Right here. Import this thing and now do private static final predicate for another damage source, and this is magic. And that's going to be source equals damage source dot magic. And now we're going to have a private final predicate if found cold fire damage source match predicate is cold fire. Otherwise, this dot damage source match predicate is magic. Return this dot damage source match predicate dot test on the source. There we go. Now under initialization, we set this all up to either check for the cold fire or check for the magic. Hello, hello. How's it going? Oh, wow. Isn't that something? Well, alright. Now we're fucking golden, boy. So now this all works. Okay, so that's better now. I like this. This is better. We check to see if it exists. Have some time before studying, so I thought to hang out, maybe grab a nap later. Hey, that works. That works. So that's all the Lycanite stuff. I don't need the eye special armor either. Or the item. Okay, so that's all that good now. So now let's let's do this one here. Toggle for particles and sound effects. Why not? That sounds easy. I'm gonna have these Gradle tasks load while it spends forever. Okay, now where am I with all this? You're freaking joking, bro. Get off my fucking build path. You're an empty full. What the hell is your problem? Bro, whatever. I don't give a shit. It always wants to add this folder to the build path. It's fucking hilarious. It's not actually, but it doesn't really matter. I need client category. What am I doing? I don't need to make it this complicated. Particles. Lovely. That seems pretty straightforward. There you go. Got that. And then we're in the client category. I need to go under client. Actually, no, not there. I want to do it under networking, right? Probably. Network. Protocol message, sound message. This is on the client. This is a runnable. I mean, I might as well just do it here. If mod config dot client dot enable SFX. If that's not true, then return. Bada boom. I did the same thing on the particle message. If not mod config coinfig, yes, 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 yes. Client dot enable particles, we return here. View. Okay, that's literally the configurable particles. It's literally the toggle for that. I mean, I should probably check and make sure it works, right? That might be a good idea. Hold on, let me check something here. Oh, there's this one, but what is this one? Oh, okay, that's fine. No one cares about that. Okay, that's fine. Where are my folders for this nonsense? Oh, yeah, okay. Hello? Where am I? Here I am. Oh, there we are. There we are. Libs. We got this. Mods. Get rid of this. And now throw this in here. And now I should be able to do this. Morning! Good morning to you, Beckadam. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing actually really good. I'm doing alright. I would do better if my bitrate wasn't fluctuating like a mad lad, but you know what? All things considered, that's it's not too bad. Now just going to verify that this works. A little toggle for particles and sound effects. Once I got that going, I might double check this and not this, and then maybe this. I might look into this too, because maybe this is a problem, maybe this isn't a problem. I can't tell. And the launcher is going to take 9 years. 9 years to load. Well, since I'm going to be here for the next foreseeable future, where am I? Here I am. We're just going to keep going. Let's see. So there is this minimum 1 damage thing, which I'm gonna look into while this spends its eternity loading. Um, and that is issue number 106. So let's look at issue number 106. This here was number 112, which is done. This is 106? Oh, yeah, yeah. One point of damage. Oh, currently my testing, no matter how high the damage resistance on a piece of armor is, you always take at least 1 point of damage from an incoming source. For example, 1000% fire resistance on a piece of armor nevertheless necessitates you take 1 fire damage if you're standing in a block. I mean, well, actually, it's worth looking into to verify that everything is working as intended. Does it really necessitate you take 1 damage? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Wait a second. I sense shenanigans afoot. I sense shenanigans afoot. Okay. One thing I wanted to do was check the particles and that toggle and stuff. So, like, I can punch this guy, and he has particles, and there's sound effects, and then he falls into the abyss and dies, like the good boy he is. Now, under client, I can turn off particles and turn off sound effects. Yeah. Wait, why? Oh, it might just be really quiet. I'm like, I'm not hearing the zombie I'm not hearing the zombie scream in agony, but I suppose it is. Oh, no, yeah, I'm hearing it. Okay. Okay, so that works. I didn't expect that would be possible to mess up, so good to know that it in fact wasn't possible to mess up. Good. Next thing I want to check is some piece of armor here. You have extra fire effectiveness, right? So, okay. Right. I forgot I still had first aid enabled. I need to turn that off, because I don't need it anymore. Let's see, so... Definitely took 1 damage there, right? Okay, good. This is the wrong place. Just cleave it slightly. Stop getting hit in the head, bro. Hit me in the chest, bro. Oh gosh. My body is invincible, apparently. This is not what I wanted. Okay, something there got reduced. Here. Okay. It got reduced. In fire, it damaged the chest plate, so it reduced the damage. So, with all that said, that sounds like it still works, but the situation is standing in fire. Fire bypasses armor. Well, it probably bypasses armor. Oh wait, is this still gonna... Current damage 51.2. That's cool. That's because of the, that's because of this. Alright, well... This sounds like fire bypasses, thing, so... On fire bypasses armor. Fire damage... But that's probably because first aid's weird, so... Turning off first aid. I don't need none anymore. Everything else seems correct. Okay. Yeah, we're missing that stuff. Don't care. Okay, so now I can actually check a little bit better. Infire still does 1 damage to me though. But that can't be a DDD problem. Yeah, that can't be a DDD problem. That's weird. Um does fire itself bypass armor? Maybe. I need to check that. But if it does, then bro, get out of the way. Okay, so being on fire bypasses armor, being in fire does not bypass armor. However, the fire damage caused by this Okay, I need to check to see if something is being set to minimum 1. Because this doesn't matter, because we don't have any resistances. So that would be not present. Context matches. Okay, so these inch. I mean, this is where it gets set. It gets set to the sum of the values of the map. And then this is where it adjusts the damage. And it sums it up. I can change this to this call here. Oh, this has to be this, excuse me. This dot values. It doesn't look like there's any minimum 1 nonsense going on here. So this is like really close to 0. Oh, what if the total is 0 though? Because it's been adjusting the damage, right? Or well, no, it hasn't actually been. Damage distribution is fire, it's fire, it's fire. Okay. What if this... Yeah, what if the amount got set to 0? If the amount got set to 0, then it should... If the total is 0 exactly, then we should do this dot set dot for each, where we do this dot compute if present k and remap it to 0. Oh, I'm gonna do this. This set default, which will be 0 because this is a damage map. Also, thank you for the contribution to the community challenge. Thank you for contributing your yeeps. Much appreciated. I'll draw a little channel mascot if we raise enough channel points. So if you want to see that, be sure to contribute your yeeps by there's 26 days left. It's pretty good. Thank you for your yeeps. I love the yeeps. I like yeeps too. I think they're cool. The next community challenge will be contributing yeeps to design yeeps. Yeepception. To design what the yeeps should look like. Maybe it'll be like a coin, just with like the Y on it, but it's like a gold coin, and so it's like the Y is like a darker gold color, you know, it's like a coin. Duh. I don't know. I've been contemplating it. So now this could set it to 0. I think it'd be good. Okay, my brain went down a rabbit hole of like Yeeps. I'm good. I'm back. We're good. Um. Oh, wait. Before we load this, I need to go and I need to configure something. Let's configure one of the armor pieces, say the boots of some variety. A diamond boots. Why not? Yeah, we'll do diamond boots. Oh, and do this. Because it could be this could be a bug. You done? You're done. Butte. Look at you. You're a fucking champion, bro. There and let's go. Oh, I'm gonna look at the I need to look at Spartan at the same time. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm gonna do it though. Okay. Boop boop boop. Okay, so you are special now. You're near and dear to my heart because there is not another one like you anymore. Boots. Because you now have 49,900% bonus fire effectiveness. Yeah, sure. I'm taking damage from this now. Okay, well, I am necessarily taking less damage now. Now, granted, armor has diminishing returns, so this is only going to be so good, right? Even with all that armor, it's only going to be so effective. And also, it, like, won't help me against these fires at all. However, this does count as magic, so wouldn't this bypass armor anyway? Ah, whatever, who cares? So it is probably still being damaged. What the heck am I saying, bro? But that is incorrect, the final damage amount. Why is that wrong? I handled the damage stage, and I set the amount from the event to whatever this amount is, which is not 1, bro. Is it because it gets rounded? No. That's fucking crazy, bro. Updating damage and contact. Yeah, because this says the final damage is after thing. Bro, what the heck are you even going on with? That's on fire. Where's the in fire one? On fire, on fire, on fire, on fire, still on fire, stop being on fire, in fire, okay, yeah, and then... That's why damage distribution... I mean, okay, it works, I just can't report it all because it's... Shenanigans are afoot. But... I say it works. Okay, so now what I need to look at is at Spartan. So this projectile says bludgeoning damage, which is right because this does bludgeoning damage. What are you? You're a parrying dagger. How do you do that? Oh, shit, bro. That's cool. Texture's a little weird, though. Doesn't have a dark outline around it. Unlike the rest of the items. Anyway, that's not that relevant. So, like... Why does Boomerang just get a random fucking UUID, bro? And why do you tell me what the UUID is, bro? What the hell's the point? I mean, I definitely hit the dude. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Hi. Does this still do bludgeoning damage on hit, or does this do piercing damage? It does piercing. But this... Does this have 8? That's so weird. And then these are just all just arrows and then modded stuff. Okay, I don't know, everything looks legit to me. Let's add some configs to this stuff. Wait, why did you go weird? Oh, that's why you went weird. Hi, Schmizmites. Item base damage. Let's add a Spartan weaponry. Dude, I don't even know how you freaking... Spartan weaponry, dagger underscore gold. And we'll do arrow iron. And we'll do throwing X stone. Dagger underscore gold. We put a semicolon here, and this will be slashing. We'll just make it slashing. And then we'll do a Spartan weaponry. Throwing axe stone. And this will be like 50% bludgeoning and I don't know, 50% slashing, who cares? Okay, sure, buddy. And then this will be Spartan. Oh wait, do I need that? No, I don't. Well, maybe. Weaponry arrow underscore iron. That should be piercing. And the projectile damage, I need to check. I need to shoot someone. Spartan weaponry, arrow, iron. So these arrows are different entities? Oh wait, bro. That's crazy. Where'd you go? So if I do you, am I gonna get arrow wood? Yeah. Okay. What about you? Yeah, you're still arrow wood. Okay. But you're arrow wood tipped. Which is fine. So this should be Spartan weaponry arrow underscore iron, which is gonna be piercing. And we're gonna have Spartan weaponry arrow underscore iron. And then Spartan weaponry arrow underscore iron underscore tipped. Oh, and I should probably set the tipped iron arrow as well. Projectile damage? No, not projectile damage. I need to go here, I need to go all the way down here. I need to set, oh, good for me. Spartan weaponry arrow underscore iron underscore tipped. That's the wrong thing. Do I have regular arrow here? I probably should, right? Yeah, I have arrow tipped arrow, spectral arrow. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This everything's fine, bro. Okay, restart the game. Everything should be good. Let's see how this goes now. I also just came up with a really cracked idea. They'd be really interesting. But, I don't know. Piercing. That's still bludgeoning. That's still bludgeoning. It doesn't have a associated thing, so this now says... Okay. Okay. There's a thing. Did in fact count as slashing. Did it? Oh yeah, because you have armor. But you don't. You have resistance. Okay. You do not have a resistance. Yeah, I mean it hits. Huh. That's interesting. I shouldn't put this damage distribution. What about the okay. Projectile distribution. Abstract damage distribution formatter. Yep, from item ID. Can I go from the configurations and get, well, I probably could, right? So if I put this here, does it update from here? If so, we could be good. Just not get that. Okay, yes. Because that gets me a string. Now I get from here. And I copy. I copy the distribution. That's... That just gets from a map. That copies it. Because it would have to copy it with respect to the thing, which doesn't make sense for it to do. Maybe it does. Because I have a stuck item. But I don't need that vast majority of the time. This is a thrown weapon distribution. I can't register that because... What I can do... So if it's linked, then I provide an existing damage distribution. That's unnecessarily complicated. Why don't I just have a thing? Instead of doing this, because this seems nonsense. Hi, Kusanagi. How am I? I'm pretty good. I'm big braining right now with the DDD, so I'm thinking we make another thing right here. Like how we had a Lycanites formatter. I do the same thing for this, right? And then in here I have a Spartan grown weapon distribution formatter. And this needs to implement imod Compat Tooltip formatter. Bada boop. This is for an item stack. I assume that's what it is. The type this formatter formats. That is both helpful and not helpful at the same time, which I find hilarious. Yeah, item stack. Okay. This will extend projectile distribution formatter, probably. Okay, first off, make a constructor and make it private and do super. Right. Will I play Paranagi again? You're gonna have to remove that 7% limbo chance for me to play it again. And update your DDD. Singleton, get instance. Now I have this, right? And now what I need to do is there's things I need to implement. This. What did you even, bro? So this is implements applicable. Where the heck did I put this thing? Oh, if it, yeah. If item stack, what am I doing? If t.get item instance of iWeapon property container. The fuck? iWeapon property container.class. I didn't know this thing was fucking generic. What the hell? Yeah, no, it'd be like that. Where'd it go? Here it is. Sure. iWeapon property container. I don't care about that. Cast t dot get item, and now do bro, has weapon property. Has weapon property, weapon property dot weapon properties dot throwable. Fine, bro, I don't give a shit. What do you mean? It's a safe cast? Not form instance of check against parameterized type. Used to form since further generic. Okay, yeah, it's erased at runtime. I get that. So then we don't need to do that shit. I mean, we don't need to do that shit either. Bro. Alright, fine. Oh, well, yeah, do that. And then do that. I know what I'm doing. I'm good. Format. Wait, no, I don't need that. What do I need to what do I need to implement, bro? Oh, the icon aggregator. That's right. I have a stupid idea. Return um damage distribution item damage distribution icon aggregator dot get instance. Boom. That's my icon aggregator. My icon aggregator is just whatever the item damage is. Now this is applicable to this. Now what the fuck do I need to override? This is the key that you extract, right? Yep, I get the order, it's projectile. I have all this shit. Um, I need to change the cap extractor. So maybe I need to extend an abstract damage distribution formatter. Key tooltip. Bro. Alright, whatever, bro. Can you do super? Not when I spell like an idiot. That's fascinating, bro. Add arguments. Uh, projectile distribution formatter dot get instance dot get can I not? Yeah, bro. Okay. Abstract key tooltip formatter. Should show. Get key text. Oh, it never checks to see. I don't have a way to get the specific key tooltip. Oh, bro. Protected. Get tooltip enum. There's gonna be a key tooltip. No! Every time! Bro, every time. Okay, can we come back now? Okay, we're back. Every time. Every time. We're back. This is annoying, bro. Why does this keep happening? I start streaming, and for the first month of streaming, no problems. Now, my internet likes... Oh, I mean... Weather? Really? Guess. Oh my gosh, it's still dropping, bro. Like, I have the best. Dude, I don't understand. Why? Okay. Everything seems good there. Let me run some freaking diagnostics. I hate this. No, see, it says it's fine. You know what it is? I think it's something that's beyond my control. I think it's less like my internet and more the fact that my internet has to like be shared with the internet for the rest of the house. Well, that needs to be shared, but like I don't think any of the bottleneck is occurring on my end. I think it's like once it leaves my like apartment, there's two connections. There's two separate internets, right? There's the internet for my space and there's the internet for my landlord's space, right? And I believe the bottleneck is like when it goes to like I don't know, like the when it like leaves the building. I think. And I think that's the problem. And like internet has left the chat. And like when it comes to like everyday internet usage, it's not a big deal. But when it comes to streaming, I need to have very like because I need to provide a very or like I need like a certain upstream thing. It can kind of flub out on me, which is annoying because that's kind of out of my control. And see, and now I've dropped like 2,000 frames, and now it's gonna die. Maybe it's probably gonna die. How bad does it look on Twitch? It doesn't even look like the worst on Twitch, but uh, this is really annoying and really upsetting. Uh, well, I mean, okay, we'll keep going for now. I see an HD. Get instance die. Get a key. Oh, wait, no, I don't understand, bro. Get key tooltip enum. Are you gonna say that it's... Oh, it's not visible. Lovely. We don't blame you. I am... I appreciate you guys don't blame me. I am annoyed by it because I don't want my stream to be dropping all the time. I want to, have a very pleasurable experience. You know what? I have decided that this is not necessary. The Lycanites formatter, how does this item resistance formatter? It does just set it. Okay. Yeah, sure. Is set to standard? Oh, I said to colored. Colored. The cap extractor is going to be What's the item damage distribution formatter? What do you do? Access or get damage distribution. API now is not the time to be calling me randomly, so please don't. Uh, get damage distribution. There we go. And what else do I need for this? Oh, the type text key. Projectile distribution. Return tooltip order dot projectile. This should return true. This differs from should show in that this determines if there is content to show and if said content should be shown regardless if the conditions to show that content is met are met. What the fuck? Where is this used? Oh, for format capability 4. Okay, so this should return true. Get damage to distribute, return 1.0 F, that's fine. What the hell is the semicolon doing here? Return number formatter dot percent probably. Yeah, just returns percent, returns projectile. Um, Now in Spartan Weaponry Compat, when do I register this stuff? That's a question. Let me see how Tinkers does it. And get formatters. You do it in init. Okay, so I will do you in init as well. Tooltip distributor dot register mod compat. Spartan weaponry thrown weapon damage. Spartan thrown weapon distribution formatter dot get instance. No. Modcompat.register modcompat formatter. It died again. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm upset. All right. Then we'll just get this to work, and we'll probably just call it there because my internet can't handle this for some reason. So now this should do this. And this basically just gets the regular damage distribution for the thing to link them together, since they are linked. I don't know if I need this now. All right. Let's. Let's build this and make sure that this works. All right. This should work. Even with that, it should still work, but I meant to comment that out. Meant to do that. Because I might not need to do that now. Where is your regular thing, bro? Oh my gosh, bro. Now the projectile distribution is correct. But it's not showing the icons like with this. Well, I mean, it is when you hold down shift, because... Alright, so it doesn't work. It's probably unnecessary what I'm doing with this. Maybe I don't need this. I don't know. For now, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this entire package. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with this later. The stream didn't drop though. Oh my gosh, bro. Alright, well. Normally I'd like to stream for longer, but this isn't working. So, I guess shorter stream. Because this is kind of ruining my mood right now. And I don't want to be in a bad mood when I'm doing this. Yeah, me too. Me too. I appreciate you all like being supportive and understanding and tolerant and stuff. I really did want this to work out. I don't know why it wasn't working. There's no reason why it shouldn't have been working, but I will feel better. I apologize for the shorter stream, but if it's just gonna get me upset, then I'm not gonna have a good time. So I don't want to do that. That being said, hopefully it doesn't have nearly as many problems going forward, because it's really annoying. I really don't like it. But that's that. Yes. See you tomorrow manifesting no more issues for the day. I wish. But I really do thank all of you for coming by and you know, being patient through any of the technical mishaps. It really does mean a lot, and I'm glad that you are all here for it. Or just even if I didn't really do a lot, I appreciate all of you guys coming by. It really does mean a lot.